Yes. All right. Now we are going to discuss about generic process model. So generic process model in the sense, in previous section we have discussed about a process. What is a process? A process was defined as a collection of work activities, actions, and tasks that are performed when some work product is to be created. Means the process is a collection of activities, actions, tasks which are used to implement or which are used to develop some project or carry out some work, right? So that is called a process. So these each of these activities, actions and tasks reside within a framework or model that defines their relationship with the process and with one another. Actually, this process, whatever the actions, activities, tasks, all are okay collected, all are collected and make them as a framework. So, what is a framework here? It's a collection of activities, actions, tasks to do the work in a smooth manner, to finish off the job whichever be allotted to us in a smooth manner. We should collect all those activities, actions, tasks of a project is called a framework or it is a model. Framework is also called as a model, right? Clear? And uh, and this model defines their relationships with the process and with one another. So what is a process for each and every module? Okay, each and every task, each and every job of a okay project will have different modules. So each and every module have some number of process. And what is the relationship between each and every process? Like that, here we are going to implement a framework and models. Okay, coming to here, here there is a word called work product. So what is the work product in the sense? Whichever work is carrying, okay, whichever the task is doing is called a work product, or otherwise our job, um, or otherwise it's a project name for which purpose we are doing the work. So to finish off some work only, we will do some actions, we will perform some actions, okay, to complete some job, that is called a work product. Clear? Somebody asked me what is a work product. Work product in the sense, just it is a project whichever will work on it. Clear? All right. Next. Okay, framework is also called as model here. And also each framework activity is composed of software engineering actions. What this framework activity had? It includes the software engineering actions. So, so each and every software engineering action encompasses a set of work tasks. Okay, each engineering action encompasses a set of work tasks. For example, for example, if we have a framework activities for modeling. If you want to perform a modeling, okay, that modeling framework activities composed of two software engineering actions. We have one framework activity. That framework activity name is modeling. That modeling has two software engineering actions. The first software engineering action is analysis, and second one is design. Okay, first one is analysis, second one is design. First one has a set of work tasks, which means what we are going to do in analysis. In analysis, we are going to perform the tasks or actions are requirement gathering, elaboration, negotiation, specifications, and validation. Okay, these are related to analysis, which means if we want to, okay, develop a project. To develop that such project, what we need? What we need to develop that one? For example, okay, if I want to make a doll, if I want to make a doll, so what should I need to make that doll? I need some cotton, I need some cloth, okay, I need some one needle and one what like that I have some requirements to make a doll, isn't it? So analyzing of that requirements, I need this, I need that, I need those, like that. Here we are having some collection of things. If you want to, okay, make, if you want to make some what it is, if you want to make some dress, assume that if you want to stitch one dress, so what you need to stitch the dress? Okay, you need a mission, I mean sewing mission, you need one scissor, okay, you need some thread, and you need some buttons or some hooks, like that. You need different items to get ready that dress, to get ready that products. So we are not, we are all are we are thinking about that. In analysis means we are, now we are going to gather that all the things whichever you need for preparing a dress, bringing one mission and bringing some what threads, bringing some what cloth and some scissor, like that. That is called analysis. This analysis is a one of the engineering action. This engineering action has some set of okay, tasks to perform. Those tasks are requirements gathering. What are the requirements you need, okay, to get ready a project, and elaborate that one. If you need, I mean if you want additional to that requirements also, you need to, okay, gather those also. And is there any negotiation things, which means some unnecessary things are there or not, or you need all the things are mandatory. Okay, what are the specifications? Okay, from which cost you are going to, I mean what are the specifications, quality of that products, and how much you need, and validation whether those are all will be supported to our project or not. Okay, if we will use such kind of uh, things, so that product will be give good outcome or not, like that. We will analyze for each and every requirement, okay, each and every thing of a project. So these are all set of tasks. This set of tasks are coming under a analysis. This analysis coming under a modeling framework. This modeling, if you want to perform a modeling, means this modeling has once again two tasks. So each task has some subtasks. So this is about framework and actions under tasks. In this slide, we have learned about three words. First word is task. So task is coming from action. Action is coming from framework activities. Okay, this is about the generic process model activities implementation. Coming to second slide, in this we have framework activities. This framework general activities we have discussed in software process itself. Again, I'll brief these five framework activities too. What is the first one framework activity? Communication. Communication in the sense here in the X activity, we are going to gather the requirements from a customer. Okay, so for software project development, we want to develop a software project based on a customer needs or based on a customer interest. Then we must and should we must gather the requirements or what are the specifications to that project or not. We need to take each and every small point, okay, small interest about of that project from a customer, isn't it? So that is a necessary thing for in communication. Second one is planning. Planning in the sense, after taking the total requirements information up from the customer, just we are taking the in first point, just we are note down each and every point. Okay, what is the project name, why he wants to he asked for developing that project, so what is his interest, what his main theme of that developing of that project. For each and every small point we noted in one place. So after taking the requirements from the customer, after listening the customer, what should we do? We need to go for a second step, that is a planning. Planning in the sense, okay, so based on the customer requirements, from where from which place we should gather the all the things, gathering of the things whichever we need for the project. And also, okay, we need to go for a scheduling and develop a budget, everything, and you need to plan everything to work on a particular project. And in the sense, after taking the requirements from the customer, you should work on that. You should do some pre-process work. So how to do, what to do, when to do, and what is the cost. So like that, everything you need to plan accordingly. Coming to the third step, modeling. Modeling in the sense, after planning, you should go for a designing. Okay, based on the gathering things, whatever you have gathered to finish that work, so based on that one you should show or you should develop a blueprint about our project structure in modeling. After the modeling, even modeling is also finished, you need to show that model to once the stakeholders or the customers or participants of the software. Okay, who are the participants of the software? Customers, developers, and organization management people or managers. All are the participants of that project. So after designing is completed, after modeling is completed, first you should show to them about your model or project, whether that is implemented based on customer requirements or not. Okay, is it suited, that design is suited, okay, based on that according to the project needs or not, customer requirements or not. So like that, and after that you should take the acceptance of everybody whoever involved into that project. After getting the acceptance, you need to move the fourth point, that is construction. So in modeling stage, we should take the acceptance from each and everybody who are involved into that project. Later, after acceptance only, we'll move to the construction. In that construction, directly you can develop the project based on language whichever you will comfortable. Based on the language whichever that what project is supported, and etc., which means coding part, construction in the sense coding part. And After the coding part, next you will go for the deployment stage. Deployment stage in the sense, after developing code, everything is get ready, you need to go for a testing by using some testing tools. Okay, there are some testing tools are available in market. So by applying that, first we should check our project whether it is working based on the customer requirement or not. If yes, we will hand over to the customer, we will deliver the project. If not, once again we should work on it, once again correct it. We'll take the feedback from the customer if he said any changes, okay, at this time. So we mandatorily change that project. That is the deployment stage. Okay, so now coming to the next slide, here we are having process flow. What is a process flow here? Process flow is one of the important aspect of the software process. What it is? It is one of the important aspect of the software process which describes the execution of framework activities with sequence and time. What this process flow describes? It describes about execution of framework activities. Till now, we have discussed 5 framework activities, isn't it? These are the 5 framework activities. So, how to execute these five framework activities? With sequence and with time. So, execution of those activities based on time, and also in sequence, or whether we are following one structure or process or not. That is the process flow. So there are 4 types of execution of framework activities are there, or otherwise 4 types of process flows are there. Coming to the first one, linear process flow. What is the first one here? Linear process flow. Second one, iterative process flow. Third one, evolutionary process flow. Fourth one is parallel process flow. These are all process flows are used or described about the execution of a framework activities. Clear? Coming to the first one, a linear process flow. A linear process flow executes each of the 5 framework activities in sequence. So, how it will execute the framework activities? A linear process flow executes 5 framework activities in sequence, beginning with the communication and culminating with the deployment. If we will observe this diagram, linear process flow diagram, here we are having the 5 framework activities. Those five framework activities are: first one is construction, planning, second one, third one is modeling. Okay, sorry, first one is communication. Sorry, first one is communication, planning, modeling, construction, and deployment. These are the 5 activities. How these activities are connected? In a sequence manner. First is communication. After finishing a complete process of communication, okay, communication task or communication work, whatever is included in that, first we must clear or performed completely 100%. Then only we are moving on to the second one, planning. Okay, after the finishing of planning only, complete planning only, then we are going to move into the modeling. After get readying a model for a project, after creating a design for a model, creating a design for a software, then only after getting the acceptance of the acceptance of the participants, then only we are going to move into a next step, that is construction. After finishing of construction only we are going to move the deployment. So this is a sequence process. Sequence in the sense line by line. So in linear process the activities are executed in sequence manner from communication to deployment. This is about linear process flow execution. Coming to the next one, what is the second one? Iterative process flow. This is the second one here, iterative process flow. Iterative process flow repeats one or more activities before proceeding to the next. What it will do? Iterative in the sense, sometime we need to come back to the same some steps. If we are in need, then we are repeatedly execute some kinds of steps. Then such steps are called iterative steps. See this diagram. In this diagram, we have same the 5 framework activities, and first of all those are joined or connected by using a regular sequence manner. Regular sequence flow. And after that, so here we are having some other lines. See, from construction, so communication to planning. Okay, and from communication to construction, after construction of the project, once again we are going to the communication process. So in modeling state, once again we'll go for remodeling of the same thing. So like that we are executing some activities repeatedly. While developing a project, we are executing some activities repeatedly. For example, first of all, we are taking the customer opinion, okay, for customer requirement. Okay, accordingly, we are going to do the planning for execution of that one. So after planning, once again, we are going to, we got some doubts. While doing some planning, we got some doubts. Otherwise, in planning itself, okay, we had planned everything, which means how many number of team members we need to work. I mean, need for working of this project. Okay, how many number of days it will take to complete that project, and what is the budget it needs to complete that project. So like that, in planning there are many activities, there are many tasks are you need to develop. So after planned everything, we need to show the customer again. We need to show the customer again. Why? Because so we must tell the budget of that project. So as per your requirements, if we develop this project, it will take this 100 days of time. Okay, this project needs okay 5 lakhs of amount to finish this project. And also we are in need of these some what gadgets or something to develop that project. And also I'm working with okay 10 member of team people. My team is total 10 members. Okay, and like that, for each and every point, about each and every point, he must discuss with the customer or stakeholders after planning itself. Okay, he said he agreed for everything. Okay, then there is a bond in between organization people and stakeholders to develop that project. So whatever, okay, he was discussed with a customer, the total things are okay, they had written in a paper. So that is like a bond paper, agreement paper. So what is the amount, how many members are working on that, and how many days the project is needs to complete, like that everything is okay. They should mean written in one bond paper in front of some lawyers, etc., and they make an agreement there itself. After finishing of this planning statement, then modeling is started. First, they were developed one design. That design is shown to everyone of the project. So somebody needs changes of the design again. So after developing a design, he must to show come back to again stakeholder. He needs to call stakeholder, management, everybody to show that design. Okay, based on their feedback, again he should change that model 1, model 2, model 3, or otherwise in a single what a single design itself, he may do some changes based on the requirements. So this is also a some repetitive process. After developing a model, once again he go and he go for a communication step. Sometimes after developing one method, some after taking some feedback, you need to change other, third, fourth. Okay, like that. While the modeling itself, some changes may done. So repetitively some actions will be done until unless the final design is come out from that team. After the final design only, they'll go for a construction. While doing a construction, okay, at each and every step, while doing a construction, each and every step, okay, all right. While do after each and every function execution, again he need to show that one to a stakeholders or some experts for what some review. There at this says they'll conduct a review after each and every module, whether that each and every part is working properly or not. Okay, based on that, it will generate final output or not. So how much the work is finished, and it is going on as per schedule or not. The work is going on as per schedule or not. Okay, like that. After construction, while constructing a process, generating a code itself, at that stage also they need to take some feedbacks. They need to attend from so what reviews which is conducted by a management or customers, etc. Okay, to show their work, and to get acceptance while working on that. Why? Because after completion of total project, it's a difficulty thing to change, to apply some modifications. That's why while doing that, after each and every small step, they'll contact to the they'll call for a revision meeting. Clear? Finally, deployment stage. So this is the iterative process flow. This is about iterative process flow. In this iterative process flow, okay, continuously the steps are some activities are I think it's a little network problem I got, but here I have some full of signal. Is it clear now? It's a little, I think so, it's a network problem. It's not mine. I didn't move from this place. Okay. Okay, it's already going to finish. Let us talk after the class. Clear? Right. This is about repetitively some activities are executing. That process is called a iterative process. Right. Next, coming to the evolutionary process. Evolutionary process flow in the sense these are all activities are worked in a circular manner. Okay, these are all activities process flow in a circular manner. First the activity from which one? Communication, planning, modeling, and construction, deployment. Again we are going for a communication. If any changes he told, I mean the communicate at this stage any changes will come automatically. Again planning, modeling, construction, like that, it's like a circular manner they will work. So this is about evolutionary process flow. Coming to the last one is parallel process flow. So parallel process flow executes one or more activities in parallel with other activities. So while going on communication, so after telling some few requirements, the planning is started for that few requirements. So like that, at a time one or more activities will be started parallelly. Such kind of process flow is called a parallel process flow. Okay, all right. This is about generic process model.